Avi Meyers, Northtown Neighborhood News Magazine. The presentation is Sonny Hirsch and myself. Dial us up on the web at ntnm.org. CommunityPolicingCaps24.org. Congratulations to El Nagoti, who's got a really high position now in the Chicago Police Department, former community policing sergeant in the 24th District. Jewish Chicago will be out for the start of early voting. We expect a minimum of 70,000 circulation, a record high this year, maybe even higher. And we urge you to participate. And speaking of participating and participatory sports, one of the most interesting things you could possibly participate in Chicago is something called polar plunge. And you know what? Right in the middle of winter, normally sane people jump into the lake. And in order to tell us about it, somebody who's been on the show before, Skinny Sheehan, and yeah, he really is skinny and does really run a lot of miles, he has sent forth his emissary, Harold Gauthier, to join us. Harold, a pleasure to meet you.
Likewise, Avi. Thanks for having me.
Real good. So how long has Polar Plunge been going on?
We're in our 25th year of doing it. So
wow.
It's been going on for a bit, but it's actually it's an event that happens across the country to help raise funds or help to do things for Special Olympics across the country. So you'll see from Baltimore to LA to wherever. So some warmer climates have much nicer polar plunges than us, but it's something that's been done to help Special Olympics across the country.
Yeah, but you know what? When you jump in in this weather, that makes it special.
It does. It does. You know, last year was my first time plunging, so I've been on the. I'm a member of the board of Special Olympics for Chicago, and I've done my best to avoid hopping in the lake over the last couple of years, but finally, I finally bit the bullet and went for it, and it was a blast. I can't get over how much fun I had. So I was always, it's gonna be cold, nah, but you know, I did it, and I did it with some friends, and it was one of the best things I've done ever. And it's not actually that cold. You might think it is. You're only in for a few seconds. You know, you pop up, you come out, you get a towel. They've got people with robes waiting for you as you come out, so it's really not that bad.
No, it doesn't sound. You got me thinking about it now.
I think you want to do it. It's really easy, and it's so great. You know, it's at North Avenue Beach. This year is March 6th, 2016, so we're a little bit under 3 months from now. We're going to be doing it, and we've had interesting weather, to say the least. We've had some blizzards. We've had some 30-degree days on the beach. We've had snowstorms, but it all adds to the fun of the event.
Yeah, I mean, is this done by dozens of people, hundreds of people?
So we had about 3,000 do it last year.
Wow.
So, yeah. So it's usually on a Sunday. It's an all-day event where we have waves of people that go in. So different organizations, ComEd, different public officials, the teachers union, things of that nature have come, and they've brought their entire kind of group of folks. So you'll see teams of 100 people jumping in the lake, and that makes it more fun. It's when you can't think about what you're doing because your other friends are telling you to do it as well, and you're just kind of going in mass, you kind of forget about the cold weather and the cold water.
It's funny, I was watching one of I remember when this is a few years ago, I was watching an Anthony Bourdain show.
Okay.
And he was paying good money to do it in Russia.
They do it a bunch over there, is what we've seen.
And, it was considered a very healthy thing to do.
It's therapeutic. It's a shock to the system that gets you, clears your head and gets you thinking about things and puts you in the right perspective. I don't know about all that, but it's fun. It really is. It's.
By the way, I actually am the kind, and I was doing it today earlier. I didn't get a lot of sleep. I went outside to. It hasn't been a cold winter,
No.
but today's was 40 about when I went out. And I went outside, in short sleeves and...
Did you have a tank top on? And
no
your
shoes.
Shorts?
No. As a matter of fact, it was just no jacket and no shoes.
Gotcha.
And it was this morning. And it definitely, you know what? It gets the blood flowing without the caffeine. Mm-hmm. Not that I have anything wrong with caffeine. Lots of caffeine, folks.
It's just great being out there, and I think beyond the health benefits or not health benefits, or it's a great event. Everything goes to help Special Olympics in Chicago. Special Children's Charities, Special Olympics Chicago helps put together programs and sporting events for athletes with disabilities across the city of Chicago. So there are about 5,000 to 6,000 that are actually in our system. But the great thing about doing these type of events and having great people do the events with us. We've had Vince Vaughn and Jimmy Fallon and Lady Gaga have come to North Avenue Beach in Chicago to jump in the lake to help Special Olympics.
Which is pretty cool. Yeah, last year you had Lady Gaga, and you also had that and her fiance from Chicago.
From Chicago Fire, exactly. You know, so we've tapped into some of the filmings that are going on in the city, and just everyone's, once they hear what the cause is, they've been more than excited and more than willing to help out in some form or another. So. And
for you celebrity type people, not that I'm really one of them, I'm not, but. You know what? It's like celebrities attract celebrities. You know, you never know who you're going to meet here.
But friends attract celebrities as well. You know, that's the best part about it. So, you know, we had 3,000 people last year, and only 3 or 4 of them were celebrities. The rest were, you know, mom and dads of kids with athletes that are in our programs. There's corporations and public officials that come out. That's the best part, that it's Chicago feeling that this is something that we've built. Actually, a lot of people don't know this, but the first Special Olympic Games were actually held in Chicago in 1968.
Really?
At Soldier Field. Ann Burke, now Justice Burke, was she worked at the Chicago Park District, and she, in conjunction with the Joseph P. Kennedy Foundation, got a grant to come and put on a sporting event for kids with special needs. And it happened in July 1968, Soldier Field, and that's what started the phenomenon of Special Olympics. And so from there, that's our greatest export, we like to say. You know, of all the things we've done in Chicago, Special Olympics is one of those things that has gone on to this worldwide international event that helps so many different people.
I had no idea that she was the originator of that. Now I'm not going to begrudge her Supreme Court seat anymore.
I appreciate that. You know, we're very appreciative of her, and there's millions of people that are appreciative of you know, the idea that she had a few years ago. So it's just a great thing. And so that's the part of it. You know, we're here in Chicago, and we're doing our best to make sure that something that we started, that something has been so great and so helpful to the world, continues on.
You know, this in Chicago, this would benefit Misericordia and places like that?
Misericordia, Chicago Public Schools, Chicago Park District. So there are, from north, south, east, west, all over the city, there are park districts or schools or assist agencies, as we call them, that do their best to help people with special needs. And we are a sports organization. We help to do every single sport you can think of, basketball to snowshoeing to skiing to ice skating, whatever. And for the most part, all of our events are free to charge to those athletes to come out. And you know, it's one of those things you've seen. A lot of these athletes, a lot of these kids, these people were not really in the public eye of their families 50 years ago. And this is, we've got athletes that are actually from the first games in 1968 that are still participating now. So this has been a health initiative that has had no end and is continuing on and brings so many great things from it.
That's very, very cool.
It is
really
neat.
is.
You know, I'm beyond excited that I am able to be a part of this, and just talking about it just excites me, and just thinking about the impact that this little program, you know, it was Soldier Field. Actually, even before that, there were multiple different things kind of going on across the country, but here in Chicago, it was at a Chicago Public Park, I think in West Pullman, on the south side of the city, that they were just doing a program for kids with special needs, and it's blossomed into this amazing thing that the World Games were just in LA this past summer, and you know, I think it's somewhere around 2 million athletes across the world that are participating in Special Olympic Games. Yeah,
Soldier Field, for those who don't know, at one time was really set up for things like track and field, and the Pan Am Games, and I forget, it was 59 or 61, whatever it was. It's a year from the 60 Olympics actually took place in Soldier Field.
It's so great seeing the video of that initial game. So there was a pool, there was a track, they had multiple different things going on within, because it's such a large space, and it wasn't just football field at that time. And so it's just neat seeing those old pictures and knowing what was going on there and how transformative that has been.
Well, it's very cool. I want to thank you, Hero Gauthier.
There you go. Exactly.
Okay. And if people would like to contact...
Sure. So for the Polar Plunge, you can go to our website, which is sochicago.org, Special Olympics, chicago.org. March 6th is the event, and that's all the information's there and how you can sign up and be a part of it.
Great. Thank you very much. Thank you to my entire technical crew, Cindy Hirsch. Thanks for joining us. We had to take a minor break from politics to give you some important events. Back with more politics next week. Thank you, Harold.
Thank you.